Okay, so we did the STR Vegito, like showcase, pre-EZA, just look back, whatever you want to call it, video. So we got to do one for TEQ Gogeta, right? Now, this could be quite interesting. He needs to be above a certain HP threshold to fuse. So we have brought a support memory this time, which could help us out. And the very interesting thing that we just have to get in the video, if we can get it in the attempts from today, of course, limited attempts, you gotta love it, is the fact that after doing his 18 key super, Gogeta guaranteed nullifies unarmed super attacks, and physical fusion ZAMASU does an unarmed super attack. So, oh god. I need to float them off here so that they come back on turn 4, but god, that's awkward. If I do this, how much damage reduction does Carnival Goku have? Is it 30%? Yeah, so, I mean, I have to do this on turn 1 anyway, right? So we'll do this. If we're lucky, we survive the turn, which is kind of a crazy thing to say when you're using a massive damage reduction item, that we might not survive the turn. But yeah, obviously we got to use the item. Same with Vegito turn 1, so we float them off, which means they'll come back on turn 4. And then that gives us the ability to fuse straight away, as long as we're above the HP threshold. So having to rely on being above a certain amount of HP to fuse is obviously worse and is much more annoying. But at least you can do things like healing mid-turn with items, active skills, picking up orbs with the unit in slot 1, like that kind of thing, in order to make it happen, right? So hopefully we are going to get to the point where we can just do it on turn 1, right? So Goku taking all these hits straight away is good. Gets him built up for a little bit later on. Of course, the fact that Heart Virus Goku makes us sacrifice a little bit of HP is not really ideal. But, I mean, Carnival Goku tanked everything for double-digit damage. So the scary thing is the fact that the TEQ Gogeta, well, Goku and Vegeta currently, do have type disadvantage. They have 30% damage reduction in their passive already, so they currently have 80% damage reduction, but their defense is not particularly good. Oh yeah, of course, they're going to do 0. Okay, they still take double digits though. I mean, 80% damage reduction is a lot, so unsurprising. Let's see, so shout out to Talaz World for the £5 super chat. What's funny is if he gets more damage reduction in base, you can just use them, wait until turn 4, see if there's a super, maybe float him. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, like, with both this, because they kind of become like the 5-year fusions, right? With both Vegito and Gogeta, depending on how good their EZAs are, where if they're on turn 1, you just float them, so that then they come back around on turn 4 and can then fuse straight away as long as you meet the condition, right? So that would actually be really good. Oh man, this is going to be another one of those awkward, like, we're going to have to use the item here as well, otherwise we're not living this turn. It's the only problem with bringing a Yema. I like to bring the Yema for the showcases because it's easier to not get, like, if you want to see the unit that you're showcasing taking hits without having an item active, if you bring a Whis, then obviously the Whis is in play for 2 turns, whereas a Yema's only for 1. But then the problem is, if you get bad turns and you have to use them 2 turns in a row, like now, we have to get through this 3rd turn with no item. We have none that we could use even if we wanted to, right? So, okay, that's not bad. So the AoE's out of the way, the Super's out of the way, so the rest of the turn's fine now. We just have to make sure that the next rotation we don't get absolutely destroyed. And then we get Goku and Vegeta back. Plus, of course, we need to not only survive, the problem is going to be, we need to survive the next turn, but we also we need to stay above the HP threshold. But we did bring the Bulma support memory, which will trigger on turn 4. So that should almost, I mean, that's the reason why I bought the Bulma one specifically, is because that one should hopefully pretty much guarantee that we can actually fuse on turn 4, but we'll have to see. So the Super Saiyan's getting there. I love that start of the 12 key with the 3 of them like side by side. Like, that looks so good. Alright, so we're doing our damage here. We really need to make sure we do enough because we need to kill him on the next turn as well. Because obviously part of the whole plan especially to see the super nullification, is we need to have TEQ Gogeta against Fusion ZAMASU. But we still have the friend LR to attack as well. I specifically brought... Actually, I didn't change the friend for this run, did I? So we have a rainbow friend. We're not getting the 18 key, though, which means they're not going to carry over anything. Although they're getting floated, so they're not going to carry over anything anyway. Yeah, Buhan and STR Vegito might EZA for the New Year's celebration. Yeah, true, because remember, last year, it was after the New Year, right? It was actually at the beginning, in the early January. Cell and Gohan EZA'd on JP, so they could definitely... I mean, Vegito, because the New Year celebration is Wrath of the Dragon, Vegito and Buhan don't really fit into that kind of theme in any way, but they could still just do it, which would be awesome. Okay, so... we'll do this. You have 400k, so you should be okay to survive the AoE. The only way this goes really badly here is if Carnival Goku eats the super. Who has more defense? He does, yeah, for sure, because Gohan hasn't had any sort of build-up or anything. So, we'll do this. And then we'll do... Oh, I can't get 24 key. Because if he gets 24 key, he gets a guaranteed additional super. Which obviously then means he gets extra defense, but... Alright, well, let's see how this plays out here. Alright, he's getting supered. Dodge, maybe? Oh, let's go! Heart Virus Goku with the full dodge. Wait, did he dodge a super in the Vegito video as well? Yeah, we take those. I feel like Super Saiyan 3 Goku has to EZA during the New Year's, right? Because if not, when? They've waited so long, and now we finally have another celebration that is actually Wrath of the Dragon. Like, in my mind, there's a 0% chance that LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku doesn't EZA. It just would make absolutely no sense. But then, of course, Dokkan, you know, they do some things that make no sense sometimes. So, but no, I would almost guarantee, well, I'm not going to say I would guarantee it, but I would bet money that LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku is going to EZA during this celebration. The big question, of course, is going to be, is his EZA going to be good? And then secondly, you know, if the new Goku has the same name, then is he going to be even, like, relevant to use? But we'll see. Right, so we get our support memory. We also technically do get the buff for them because they're a Pure Saiyans unit. Alright, so we have got the animations are on. Right, give me a good placement for the super attack. Come on, because we're going to get the Scouter, but if the super's in slot 1, then we can't see Gogeta tank it, because Gogeta's not a slot 1 unit anyway, let alone, you know, against Fusion ZAMASU. That animation's still fire, though.
I am neither Goku nor Vegeta. I'm the guy who's gonna stop you.
I'm the guy who's going to stop you, Fusion ZAMASU. Right, where are you supering? Not slot 1, please. It's the God turn. We actually got the God turn. He's only supering Gogeta, and it's the only attack of the turn. It's the only attack of the turn, which means Gogeta's going to take no damage. Yes! Alright, so we do this. This is going to make a great clip. So we do this, and then we go... I want to save the orbs for the Super Saiyans. Well, actually... Let me... If I move you there, do you get extra links? You get 1. Let's use the Super Saiyan's active skill first. Do some extra damage. Oh, dude, this... Yes! Gogeta, the only attack of the turn in slot 2, and it's the super. You couldn't ask for a bear. Like, I thought this was going to be super difficult to potentially get. Not only because we're trying to get TEQ Gogeta to the final phase of Fusion ZAMASU, but, like, with limited attempts and where the super RNG could have been, the fact that we basically got, like, the perfect turn for him is pretty funny. So, because, yeah, did I show it at the beginning, or did I just mention it? But We'll show it here anyway, just in case I didn't. But if we skip all the way down to the bottom of his passive, because we change orbs, we get some damage reduction, all that good stuff for 5 damage reduction and scout over 5 turns. But when an enemy is hit by this character's ultra super attack, nullifies unarmed super attacks directed at this character from that enemy for the duration of the turn. So it is guaranteed. So yeah, as long as we do the 18 key super, which we are. So here we go. Carnival Goku taking a bit of a slap there, but we know he's not going to get supered, so it's okay. And he gets his defense raised from getting here and from this. So, yep, nice. All right, here we go. What attack stat are we getting anyway? 6.1. I mean, not great, but, you know, he's an old unit now. The animation's still fire, though. Yeah. Oh, you thought? 0 damage. I love the way it is technically, because remember, in the movie, he face tanks Janemba punching him in the face. And so that was Fusion ZAMASU punching him in the face. And he's just like, nah. How about no? You love to see it. Gogeta. I mean, remember though, like, I know Gogeta fans in the chat, the proof is here, Gogeta's better than Vegito. Remember, if ZAMASU had a Ki Blast super attack in this phase, Gogeta would be dead now. So, and if there was even a single normal after that super, I dread to think how much damage we would have actually been taking, but, you know. These guys didn't even get to do their thingy last time, so. Alright, well, let's use it just so it's some extra damage, and then. But yeah, future Gohan here can get the finish. But yeah, that was pretty good. Now, when they get their EZAs, depending on what they give them, I think Vegito has the potential to be better, depending on, like, again, it all depends on what they give them, because Vegito's biggest flaw was that he lost the damage reduction when he fused, whereas, like, almost every other Vegito in the game that has counters has damage reduction against normals, but the STR one didn't. So, if he was to get that, obviously it would be really good, but obviously then Gogeta's going to get stuff as well. So he gets 30% damage reduction for 5 turns after fusing. They should obviously make that higher, 50%. I think would be fine. It doesn't have to. They don't have to make it crazy high. Give them a chance to additional potentially, because they got to do something to match up to the counters that Vegito does in terms of the damage output. Because things like super attacks, super effective against all types and stuff are all well and good. But yeah. I know Ashish getting very excited in the chat, but like this is not proof that Gogeta is better than Vegito, right? Like I said, if ZAMASU did a Ki Blast super attack, then we would be dead. But I mean, Vegito would be dead also from taking a super from him. So it's they're obviously very situational. Like Gogeta would still be getting absolutely destroyed by Fusion ZAMASU normals. Vegito probably tanks them better because he's STR and not TEQ. Although I suppose then at the same time, Gogeta does at least have 30% damage reduction. But either way, let me know what you guys think down below. Who is your favourite, STR Vegito or TEQ Gogeta? Which one do you think is better or has aged better? I mean, they're both pretty outdated now, but let me know what you guys think. And like I said, for the Vegito one, if you could design TEQ Gogeta's EZA, what would you have him do? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.